So big things have happened since the last time I made a YouTube video. I launched my very own makeup brush line. So here is just the case that they come in. So with this tutorial, I'll go through how I complete a full look with all of the brushes in the set. So if you purchase a full 15-piece set or even any of the sets at all, you'll be able to see how each brush works for this particular look or any look that you want to do. So let's get started. So here's the Taya Marin Beauty Blender. It's super lightweight, super soft, and this is fresh out of the pack. So I'll show you guys how squishy and nice and big it gets once it's dampened. Here's the blender once it's completely dampened. Look how soft and plush that is. This is really gonna help your makeup blend into your skin. So just keep watching and I'll show you how I use this along with the brushes. There are 2 foundation brushes in the set. So you can use either one for this look. This one is called the foundation stippling brush. So this one is going to give you more of a sheer coverage, whereas this one is more of a kabuki style buffing brush. So this one will give you more full coverage. So I'm going to do half my face with this brush, half my face with this brush, so you can get a good picture of what each brush does, and then we'll continue on with the look. So I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in shade NC30. Shake this bad boy up. Taking the stippling brush, and I'm just taking it here, and I'm gonna go in circular motions. Now, as you can see, it's lightly applying a nice sheer layer of foundation to my face. I really love this brush for when I'm doing everyday looks, just because it gives me a nice base without overdoing it. Now I'm going to go in with the buffing brush and show you guys how I apply foundation with this brush. This brush will give you a little bit more coverage, so if you're going for more of a glam look, I usually go with this brush. For my everyday, I'll go with the stippling brush. Just doing the same thing, dipping it on my hand, and I'm going to do downward strokes. You see how much thicker it applies with this brush than this brush? So you can see the difference in the layering. So since I'm doing a glam look, I'm gonna finish up with this brush on the rest of my face, but I wanted to show you guys the difference between the two. I'll just take downward strokes on my face, kind of like a paintbrush type of motion where you're just swiping down. Taking the Taya Marin Beauty Blender and taking the larger side and just working that into my skin. This is the first time I've done a talk through in a long time, so I apologize if this video is long as hell. It's a mixture of the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And then I'm gonna go over it with my drugstore favorite, which is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Concealer, and it's the bomb. Now I'm going to take my concealer brush, and look how soft these bristles are. I mean, my goodness, like if you do have the set, all of the brushes that have the grayish black bristles, those are synthetic fibers. So those work best with liquids and creams. So that's why I'm gonna use this brush to blend out my concealer and my contour and things like that. And then once we get to the eye brushes, I'll explain why those brushes are better for powders. So I'm just lightly patting this in and blending it out along the edge of where I contoured. Because the main focus here is to make sure that you are blending it out so you don't see where the highlight starts and stops. I'm gonna put this in my inner corner. It's super bright, so I don't want, and because it's so full coverage, I don't want to use a whole lot. So I'm just gonna lightly add just a little bit there. Now I'll blend this out. I'm using the Revolution foundation stick in shade F13. And just lightly, I'm just going a little bit on my nose, and I'll blend that out with my brush. I also do a little bit under my lip. It gives me a cute little pout. I'm taking my angled contour brush and I'm going to buff this out. And I'm going in small circular motions away from my face. So towards the outside of my face. And for my nose contour, I'm blending it out with this angled, fluffy brush. And when I blend out my nose contour, I bring the product up towards my brow. I know I used to say that I love the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I do, but I have not used anything else but this Too Faced powder for a very long time. Put it in all of the areas that I've highlighted. My nose. And with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. And I'm going to take my angled brush here. This is also synthetic fiber. You can use this for like gel liners, dip brow pomades for your eyebrows, concealers. So I actually have two of these, obviously because I have more than one set of my own brushes, but I have two. So one of them I'm going to use for the eyebrow product, and then the other one I'm going to use for the concealer. So yeah. So I kind of just take it upward to give it that natural stroke in the direction that my eyebrows naturally go. So there's some brushes in the set that are creamy white color. This means that they are natural fibers. So this means that they pick up better with powders and eyeshadow pigments and things like that. So these are perfect for blending out all of your eyeshadow looks. So we can test them out right here. Blending brush, and I'm going to get my transition color. And a transition color is basically the lighter neutral color that you put on your lid. So if you decide to do a smoky eye, it'll eventually blend out to a nice nude neutral color. So that's just kind of what that is. And sometimes I like to do my eye, especially my transition color with my eye open, just so I can really see exactly where that color is gonna be placed. Primal color in hot blue and add it to my lid. And I'm going to take another blending brush and do that. The thing when you're doing dark colors is you really have to focus on blending. Blending is the hardest part, but just keep blending, blending, blending until you cannot blend no more, I'm telling you. And the thing is, the key is to start with less and build, because if you start with too much product, it's hard to reverse that. And I'm gonna add a little bit of black because I want it to be a little smoky. Adding that into my crease. And see, it's kind of giving me a navy look, and that's what I wanted because I actually don't have a navy eyeshadow. So you can also create colors and mix them. Glitter shadows with my fingers. So take this, I'm gonna rub it, I'm gonna pat. Let's get back into the face. I'm going to take this all-purpose fluffy powder brush and finish up my face. So I'm going to swipe away all the excess powder. I'm going to go in with my MAC compact and medium dark and add that to my face. This just helps ensure that you don't have any flashback when you go to take pictures, because if you don't apply product back to your face after setting it, you will get flashback. And the good thing about this brush, I can use this for my face, my blush, and my highlighter, all purpose. Going in with my bronzer, also by MAC, and it's called Give Me Sun. And I'm taking, like I said, taking my same brush, and I'm just going right through my blush, not too much. Now I'm going to go with my highlighter, and that is Too Faced. It's my favorite highlighter, y'all. Like, it's so good. So I've got this really bomb Marc Jacobs eyeliner. So we're gonna line our eyes with that baby. I'm gonna take the same brush that I used for the inner quarter glitter and just add a little bit of black pigment to it and smoke out my under eye. My lip, I'm gonna take my NYX lip pencil in Nutmeg. This is probably one of my favorite liners. So. My Morphe liquid lip in boho and coat my lip. I'm going to take my other Morphe liquid lip in flower crown and just put it a little bit in the middle. Like that. Let me go ahead and spray this face because it's sitting. Okay guys, this is the finished look, and I created this look 100% with all Taya Marin beauty brushes, so you can get your everyday look and you can get your glam look with your brush set and your blender, and you're good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you, and stay tuned because I got some more coming.